Welcome Wolfpack, Rabid here, and today we are going to be talking about crypto mining strategies. And what do I mean by crypto mining strategies? Pretty much exactly how it does sound. What are you mining? I want to know, what are you guys mining? Are you mining on GPUs, CPUs? Are you mining on ASICs? And what coin are you mining on them? Are you following the mainstream, mine Ethereum because it's the most stable, get everything you get before proof of stake does come into play? Or are you mining something else for a potential bigger boom in the future? Let's take a look at some numbers and see what everything's looking at. But again, I want to know what you guys are mining and why. Now, I did say Wolfpack at the beginning because I'm kind of looking for a name for us and our community. As you know, it's Rabid Mining and we do have the wolf symbol. So all you guys are essentially the Wolfpack. But let me know. I do have the loyal Rabid Mining join function. I'd like to change that possibly to the Wolfpack. Let me know if you guys have better names for our community. Let me know in the comments. We'll do a vote on Discord or something, and then maybe I'll change the loyal Rabid Mining over to whatever we do come up with, and that's what we'll kind of call our community. If you guys are into something like that, again, let me know in the comments. We'll come up with a great name together. Here we are on What to Mine, which is pretty much everyone's go-to site when it comes to crypto mining and looking at profits. We're sitting at a 6 card 3080 rig. We're just going to do a quick calculate here, see if anything did change, and obviously Ethereum is number one, and it has been for a very long time. It's very seldom that it does slip below one of the other coins. Now, what most people are currently mining, yes, Ethereum. Other people, they may be mining Ergo. Depending on LHR cards, now some LHR cards are supposedly getting limited on Ergo, even Ravencoin at that matter, which is pretty crazy actually. So it's hard to say what future GPUs are going to look like when it comes to mining. But right now, Ethereum is number one. Ethereum is the most mined coin when it comes to all the cryptos pretty much because it's the most popular. And what makes it the most popular? It's being used all over the place. It's really easy to cash out. Every exchange pretty much has it. Every wallet supports it. So it is wide range and used all throughout. Now, what happens when it comes to, say, Ergo? If it moves up, you are limited on exchanges when it comes to volumes. You're limited on wallets. Everything's not really used. But again, this is another newer project that a lot of people are mining, and it actually uses less power. So depending on your power price, you may be mining Ergo instead of Ethereum for future gains because this coin could potentially see a bigger boom than Ethereum can. But again, we do not know what's going to happen in the future. Now, probably the biggest thing on everybody's mind at this point is sometime next year, supposedly, again, it may be extended. We don't really know, but that is the transition of Ethereum moving from proof of work over to proof of stake. And a lot of these coins are next front runners, but they don't really have the capacity to be able to support all the hash rate coming in from Ethereum. So here you can see it saying 677 terahash. I think when I actually look on the blockchain, it's a little over 700 terahash now. So we got an insane amount of hash rate on Ethereum. Now let's just take a look at Ravencoin here for a quick example at today's market. It's at $20.16 after power. Now January, which is just a few months away, we're set to hit a halving here. So we're going to go from a 5,000 block reward down to 2,500. So that's a 50% drop right here. So you can see $20.16. We're going to calculate that. We are now sitting at $8.28 at the current profits. Again, yes, prices should go up based on the halving. Again, it will depend how the crypto market is moving. Is Bitcoin going up? Is Bitcoin going down? Where we are actually in the market itself. But technically, if everything is going up, Ravencoin, in theory, should see higher prices, which again would allow this to become a little more profitable. Now, let's say Ethereum does move over to proof of stake. Now, we're going to look at possibly we could see 15 to 16 times the hash rate coming on to, say, Ravencoin. So we're going to use this for a quick example. And when we looked at Ergo, because you pretty much double your hash rates at 50% of the hash rate coming in. So Ergo would almost be like times 25 to times 30 the hash rate coming in. And then, but that's a different calculation on its own. So we're going to go times 5. And remember, we could see potentially 16 times the hash rate coming in. And this is just a 5 times test. So we're going to look at 530 by 630 of the difficulty. So this is a 5 times increase. Now on 6 by 3080s, we are losing $1.22. So that's pretty insane. Again, the whole thing could come into play where, the price could dramatically jump up. So if that's the case, how much higher can this actually go? You may be better off mining Ravencoin right now while the block rewards is at 5,000 before all the hash rate hits. Because look, right here, we are only mining, where is it? We're getting, it's saying 22 coins per day estimate, where previously here we were getting 224 coins per day estimate. So should you mine it now and possibly see a way bigger jump in price in the future, or do you keep mining Ethereum? This is a strategy, mining towards the future. You are better off mining Ravencoin right now if you really do think that price is going to jump up as much as it is, because if Ravencoin goes 10 times, 15 times, and Ethereum maybe goes 2 or 3 times again, like you're looking at like what's Ethereum at right now? 24, 2,500, 3,000. So say it goes to 6,000, say it goes to 9,000. That seems pretty high. 9,000 Ethereum is going to be insane, but that's only like a 2 or 3 times increase. Now, if Ravencoin has to go to at least $1 to be fairly profitable, that's already like a times 4 or 5 right there. So you're better off mining Ravencoin for the same time prediction. It's another strategy. Again, everyone mines their own way. Now, same thing we just talked about with Ravencoin follows into Ergo as well. Now, Ergo, I'm not 100% sure how the chain is actually working. It's supposed to be a mixture between like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and a privacy coin all in one. So it's got like the 3 pluses all wrapped up into one coin, and it's set to fast track its whole thing in motion. Now, it's also being integrated by the ledger. A lot of exchanges are picking this thing up, so it's coming up and moving with pretty good and fast momentum. So who knows what is on the horizon for us. Another bonus, it uses less power than, say, Ethereum, and definitely a lot more less power than Ravencoin. So this is a very efficient coin to mine. But also, on top of that, what can it do? So it has an 8-year lifespan. Now, by lifespan, I don't mean it's going to die in 8 years. What I mean is it's fast track. It's using the same halving. It's using the same way as everything on Bitcoin is supposed to do. And so once the actual thing started, so I think it started like a year or 2 ago, and it's set to have an 8-year minting lifespan. So by the end of 8 years, it's fast tracking. Every 2 years, I think it's going to do a halving. By the end of all its halving in 8 years from the initial start, all the coins will be minted, and then it will only be transactions on the network. So that is the point when you could potentially see the highest prices. That's what Bitcoin is leading up to. It keeps having, it gets harder and harder to get that coin, and eventually all the Bitcoin will be minted and it will only be transactions. That is the time when Bitcoin, who knows, could hit $1 million, could hit higher than $1 million. We have no idea what could happen, but as everything gets harder and harder to get, then ultimately it brings more value and everything to its price and it goes up. Ergo is one of those. It is set to fast track, and right now it has not seen a halving or anything yet. So do you mine this now for the future profits instead of, again, Ethereum or instead of Ravencoin? Could Ergo see potential higher gains than Ravencoin? Again, another crypto mining strategy that is mining for the future of what you could get today. You can get a lot more coins now than what we're going to get sometime next year. So do you swap over? Do you not swap over? Do you continue on ETH and hopefully it goes to the moon? Or do you do the big gamble? What if proof of stake kind of destroys it? Crypto miners do bring a lot of value to a coin. And by value, I mean a lot of use. So buying, selling, mining it, selling it, using it to buy more gear, that's going to bring a lot more use to these coins and potentially see a lot more value as well. Crypto mining strategy, let me know. What are you guys mining? Do these things look legit? Now that leads me to another strategy, CPU mining. Now we've been going over and showing you how to mine Raptorium on said CPUs for the past couple days here. And Raptorium has still been seeing some nice price increases. So on my 6 3900X rigs, I'm making 9,251 RTM per day, which works out to be $29.55 per day CPU mining for only 97 watts per CPU. So it is very efficient as well, as long as you tune your CPU right. But there is an issue when it comes to RTM, as it's fairly new. There's not very many wallets for it. It is getting more adapted. Zelcore, you can now get a wallet for Raptorium through Zelcore, but the exchanges aren't quite there, and neither is the volume. Now, by volume, I mean a lot of people holding the coin, not too many actually buying and selling the coin. So if, say, you want to go sell a big lump sum of your Raptorium, and there's not too many people selling it or anything, you may not be able to actually sell your Raptorium. Therefore, it's not worth anything because you can't sell it. It's just sitting there. So that could potentially be misfortune. But again, nice new project. It does see some plus coming into it, and there's supposed to be like smart contracts and everything being added in. So who knows, a year or two down the road, maybe it'll be adapted by a lot more exchanges, a lot more people, and a lot more wallets, and it'll come to more light and more people will be buying it, which does actually add to the volume, and you will be able to cash out sooner On top of that, cash out for more because the price will be higher, potentially. We all hope so. I am still currently mining this coin. The difficulty has been going up. The difficulty on this coin, as you can see now, has been almost at 10 mega hash, up to 9, coming back down. So usually when I was mining it and I was actually getting those rewards of a little over 9,000 per day, we were only sitting at a maybe 5 to 6 mega hash range. So I actually dropped down. I'm around the 8,000 per day mark now. This does say 3,769 estimated per day, but that's because it's constantly switching algorithms. So this could jump up to 14,000, down to 2,000. So you can't go by this, at least on this pool. But so I am down to probably in the about 8,000 per day range now. So I am noticing a drop because this hash rate is definitely picking up on the network, making it more difficult. A lot more people are starting to mine this. But again, I am mining this for the future. I'd like to get up, maybe 1 million coins or something. And if Raptorium ever hits $1-2, you never know. Crypto is crypto. It's a nice cash in. Again, that will only come into play if I'm able to sell it. If I can't sell it, then then it's worthless. I will not be able to do it. So you got to keep that in mind on newer projects as well, moving into the future. If you think they have potential, then we're all for it. More exchanges start adopting it and using it, then there will be more volume there and you'll be able to cash out easier. There's some other coins out here. Obviously, everything follows the same type of rules. You either mine for the current prices and you're paying your power each day, each month, whatever, or you're mining for the future. Like I said, there's lots of other great coins that are looking pretty good, and all the profits now as of 1559 and everything is starting to look fairly close to being profitable. Now all we have to kind of look for is what could see potentially the highest future gains. Now I don't really like to talk about Conflux too much, not anymore. When they first came out, they were like beginning of last year, mid last year sometime. They were pretty profitable in mining, exceeding Ethereum at times. But then they said they promised for no halving or anything within 2 years. And they actually 75% it and said, it was a community vote. So they came out, said all miners, no, we will not be halving for at least X amount of years. And then they straight out went over and over-halved their coin. So that dramatically dropped all the profitability in their coin. Now they have seen some nice pumps. But again, say that pumps up the first, a lot of people do move over to it. They say, oh, new coin's in first place, let's mine it. Now that could hurt you long term. So depending how you are mining the coin and how the pool is doing its payouts and everything, pay per share, or PPLNS or whatever, you kind of have a log built up in the back. And if you get rid of that and you got to build it up on another pool. Now by the time a couple hours goes by and you actually have it built up, that coin could have dropped. And now you're just building up. You got to swap back again and start all over again. So you could be losing out trying to chase that actual coin. And another thing, a lot of people like to mine on NiceHash because it goes by bids. Now by bids, people bid for your hash power and then it swaps it to the algorithm that they're paying for to get their coins out of. Now that could potentially be bad because if too many people do move over to NiceHash, then someone with a deep pockets and they want to attack a network could take that hash rate, flood a single network, and attack one of these by having over 51% the hash rate on a network. It has been done multiple times in the past through NiceHash. So that's another thing to look out for. You could potentially be part of a 51% attack if you use NiceHash and if enough people do actually move onto that platform. So a little thing to keep in the back of your head over mining a coin directly yourself. All right, guys, so that pretty much does sum up this video. A little bit of crypto mining strategy. Again, what are you guys mining? I just went through like pretty much the top 3 coins. I didn't go through a whole bunch of in-depth stuff, but let me know in the comments what you'd like to look at. What are you mining? I would really like to know. And what kind of coins and values do you potentially see increasing in the future? All angles are welcome, so I'm really curious to hear. Thanks for watching, guys, and Rabid out. Thank you for watching, everyone. If you haven't, please comment, subscribe, and like this video, as well as check out one of these other videos if you have not seen it yet. I do try to stream every Saturday and Sunday, so stay tuned for more future content.